Hey everybody, it's PartyElite. Welcome you back to our Humankind Single City Merchant Challenge mini-series in the Victor Open Dev. I hope you've been enjoying the mini-series so far. I hope you've been enjoying our approach and the overall concept behind this content. And I hope you'll be enjoying the war that's coming up against the Morians. As we dive into this battle over here, which should be a relatively easy victory for us, I just want to mention, folks, if you have been enjoying, please don't hesitate to let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. If you have any questions, concerns, feedback, leave them in the comments down below as well. I do read all of the comments, and I do look at the number of likes and comments to just understand what folks would like to see on the channel. So if you want more Humankind, if you like this format, if you want to see Humankind Let's Plays down the line, leave a like. It does make a big difference. Enough of my introductory ramblings. Let's dive on into this battle and teach the Morians a lesson for having declared this war upon us. Now, this time around, we will have reinforcements in this battle. The way that works is they will spawn from the location where they were on sort of the campaign map, if you will, before we dive into the battle. However, if that spawn point gets blocked by our units or by their units, we won't be able to spawn those reinforcements. Now, our reinforcing army is the one with the 2 Taseti archers and the warriors. Our main army has the 2 spearmen and the Taseti archers. Of course, there's the scout riders as well, but I think last session as well I was kind of talking them down a little bit because they are relatively weak, to be fair. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and confirm this fight and win it, hopefully without taking any losses. As far as deployment is concerned, let's move these horses down there. Archers back up over here. Let's get these spears up over here. Pretty tight quarters, aren't they? Don't want to pull the archers too far back because, of course, we want to make sure the enemy is in range. And it looks like our reinforcements have actually all spawned in as well. So this is something that's been a little confusing from time to time. Typically, you have to spawn the reinforcements in after battle begins. Maybe that's only when you're the defender, I guess, is the only variable I can think of. But either way, looks like they've all spawned in, which is, I guess, not bad. I could pull these archers back up over here to get the high ground advantage up there. Pull these warriors up here instead. Pull the horses back up there. Yeah, they can push through. Warriors and 2 spears up front. Archers back over here. These guys, again, can come up there for the high ground advantage. Sure, I feel like that's a fair enough deployment. Go for it. Alright, here we go. Ooh, there's the javelin throwers. That hurt. That hurt a lot. And all right over here, these guys are moving in as well. These warriors might actually be completely destroyed. Wow, really aggressive. Okay, we're definitely going to take some losses, but that's exactly why we set up some reinforcement spawning points, right? We did that last session to make sure that when we eventually and inevitably take losses, of course it is a war, right? When we inevitably take losses, we will be able to recover quickly. Now, what to do over here? I wonder if I should eliminate these guys or these guys back there. There's also those archers back there that I'll want access to. So let's go ahead and focus on these guys, I'm thinking, because then these guys can come down as well with their high ground advantage and cause some trouble for them. Sure. Archers, fire away. Soften them up first. I could pull up to the high ground and fire from there. We'll lose the bonus from friendly units, though. And the high ground advantage is +4 as well. You know, let's stay down here, actually, then. Fire away. Decent damage. You guys back over here. Fire away. Again, decent damage. From up top over here. Fire away. That should get them heavily damaged. Should give us a decent advantage over here. We can actually finish them off. Excellent. And our riders come through and finish them off? No, it's just a little too far away. Alright, fair enough. Let's go ahead and crush them with our spears. Nice and easy. Pull back. Can you now cut straight through? No. Alright, let's get these horses into a decent position then. A little unfortunate they have to ford the river. These guys, they'll have to go further back. Let's pull them up to here for now then. A little concerned about the archers down there. I wonder if I should swap. Well, we can't swap, actually. But I wonder if I shouldn't do something here. These guys up top over here, we can strike against these guys. They are defending. They'll have +1 from the friendly units that we know are down over here. I could push myself down here. In fact, you know what? Alright, let's try this. Pull these guys down over here. Pull these guys up over here. They would basically commit suicide because they'll be doing that river crossing, which isn't ideal. Not ideal at all. Why don't we go ahead and attack these javelin throwers? Try and force them back. Yeah, let's try and force them back. They've got that -5 from vulnerable in close combat. See what we can get out of this. And not very good at all. Unfortunate, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. These warriors over here, let's get you... Running up that way. Sure, let's do this. Let's go ahead and pull you up over here. Protect our archers. Expose them a little bit down over here, but I doubt they'll come down that way. Not that quickly, at least. Go ahead into defend mode and see if we can't hold the line. The Morians are playing. They're going to make their moves. There we go. I knew we were going to lose those units. No surprise there. Caused some damage, though. Javelin throwers on the spears. No surprise there either. Okay. Alright, let's see. Fire with the javelin throwers, perhaps. Try and finish them off. They are problematic. Our cavalry can get there as well. Alright. Alright, not too bad. We don't want to take our cavalry against the spears, obviously, because they are, of course, by virtue of being spears, they are anti-cav. So we don't want to do that, unless it's absolutely desperate times, I suppose. These guys are on favored terrain, so they're getting a +4 as well. Well, that's unfortunate. We gotta destroy them though. They're causing so much hurt. Not a lot of damage at all. Let's go after these. I wish I'd focused on those spearmen instead. At least finish something off, you know? Maybe we actually send the scout riders in. Let's go ahead and push you up over here. Because what that'll do is it'll give us a bigger friendly unit adjacency bonus for our spears down over here. And they're really not taking a lot of damage, are they? Almost. What about these riders if they come through? They can't. They gotta ford that river first, right? And these guys down over here and up. Works for me. Sure, let's go for it. Abandon the high ground. Like, I kind of had a feeling that it'd end up that way. Oh, it looks like we actually have the win there. Beautiful. Completely defeated them. And up over here, let's push in. Again, we'll take some hurt, but the other option is to just have javelins thrown at us, or to have to chase these guys halfway across the map. Let's go for it. We're trading blows, it seems. Right, now it'll be their turn. They're going to finish these guys off almost certainly, right? It would be foolish not to. Pulling back, and... oh, okay. They are quite foolish. And that's why we're going to be the ones that win this war. Let's push on in, eliminate this unit, hopefully. A bit of damage on us. We could move up to here. Let's go ahead and fire away if we can. Just a little too far away, are we? No, we can fire. Alright. Gotta step up over here, I think. Fire away. Done. Took no damage in that last, like, against that last unit. Wonderful. Lasted 1 turn and 3 rounds. Lost 1 unit. Fair bit of health lost as well, though. I think we did quite well. How is this war looking?
You are the last person I want to see.
Good stuff. Their support is dwindling. Unjust wars. Proximity to us. Their losses. Good stuff. Wonderful stuff. Now, what's the deal over here, actually? We are building the Maker's Quarters. Do I want to actually get some reinforcements coming up here before that? We'll have to wait a turn anyway for enough gold to make it happen. So fair enough. But these guys, cannot pull them back this turn. Heal. These riders are being healed, but these guys are a little exposed over here. I don't quite like that, but we'll have to deal with that later. Alright, cool. Not too shabby. End the turn there. There's our Aesthete Star that I was mentioning we'd be unlocking pretty soon. Sooner than I expected, actually. We're getting there. We're getting there. Good stuff. Wish our science gain was a bit faster, to be perfectly honest. Now let's pull these guys back to home turf. This river crossing is killing me, man. 2 turns either way, eh? Alright. I love these descriptors as well. Maimed, damaged. Quite like them. Hang tight over here. As far as this is concerned, 196. Would we recruit? Here's 9. Alright, next turn. Right. Oh. So next turn we'll be able to recruit those guys. What's going on over here? The Hittites want a non-aggression pact. Okay. Now remember, they are traitors. They're known to be traitorous, so let's keep that in mind as we accept this non-aggression pact. I wonder if we could up the conversation with regards to trade as well. Though we would allow them to recruit higher quality units if they are going to betray us and attack us as well. We'd be giving them access to horses and copper and eventually iron as well. I don't know if I really want to do that. What's the deal over here? The Walking Wounded. I guess this is a result of the battle we just fought. Oh dear. During the recent brutal battle, many soldiers sustained horrific, life-changing injuries before returning to Kerma. For some, their whole character has changed, becoming aggressive, demented, or unable to bear others' presence. Others suffer physical wounds, some forced to use crutches or carts to move around. Among the citizens, fear mixes with admiration as they spy them on the streets. Your lead will be vital. How do you welcome your crippled soldiers? Okay, so either we can glorify them. These men and women are heroes. We will celebrate their sacrifice, which takes us a step away from our progress focus. But I do quite like the idea of glorifying our heroes. Plus 10 stability for 10 turns, or we exploit them. These brave soldiers might not fight again. They can still be useful tools for inciting military feeling. Ah, I see, I see. So this is more along the lines of like a, look how hard they fought and you know, you should join them and all that kind of propaganda kind of stuff. All right, you know what? Suppose we could go with that. It reduces the cost of recruiting units. Feels a little bit on the darker side. I don't often make the darkest of choices, but sure, let's go ahead and exploit the wounds of these soldiers and use it to drive and incite military feeling and a sense of patriotism. The city is awash with military patriotism. The citizens contented and happy to go the extra mile for the military-industrial complex. We're at war right now. I think it's necessary. All right. I like those decisions that you have to make from time to time. I like them quite a bit, actually. I don't think I want to rush any of these. We'll need reinforcements up top sooner than anything else. End the turn here. Things are looking pretty good. I think what I want to do after I build this unit, actually, make sure we have the right spot selected. Yeah, we do. Rush you. Excellent. I think I'll also want to consider the House of Scribes, the extra science. There's a library we can unlock as well through research. We might want to consider that as an option. There are options to consider. Because we're researching relatively slowly, and I don't like that. Falling behind technologically is not a good place to be. Not a good place to be. Let's pull these guys back to recover. Go ahead and hang tight until you're fully healed. We'll have these spearmen join them as well. These guys down over here. I could go out scouting. Let's wait at least a little bit longer to heal up the riders fully. What's the deal?
You are the last person I want to see.
They continue to lose war support because they've declared an unjust war. While we were able to apply pressure under the similar circumstances against the Mycenaeans, these guys are not able to do the same against us. Burma has gained even more population. Excellent. Really growing quite numerous here, aren't we? Beautiful. Rush the Maker's Quarters if we want to. Sure, why not? Go ahead and establish that. Helps our construction rate significantly. Let's establish another Maker's Quarters down over here. Right. Generating more gold from the Meroe Pyramids. A good spot down here as well. And up over here, actually. There's a great spot up over here. Plus 10, are you kidding me? Now let's pop you down over here. Get that extra gold as well, and then maybe we'll establish one up there later on. Alright, cool. If I were to do House of Scribes, 4 turns versus 5 turns. Let's do the House of Scribes first. Maybe we'll even rush it so it won't even take that long, right? Up over here, these guys are fully healed. These guys are waiting, of course. Let's go ahead and join up over here. Come on. I'll be done. They're not enough free slots. Oh, sorry. Join up over here. My apologies. Cool. That's the turn there. Picking up the pace a little bit over here. Trying to, at least. Now we're good. Tight. We'll move forward as a unit. And down over here, these guys still can't afford it. Though, hang on a second. What's the deal up over here? 1 turn left. I'm glad I checked. Up over here. 2 turns left. And there's a bear in the area. Okay. And I guess that's it. Well, down over here, this can't... Oh, actually, we do have access to the marble up over here. Missed that earlier. And the turn there. Looks like the Mayans have entered the fray. Fair enough. As far as fame is concerned, we're still the furthest ahead, so that's good. And what is this? The Morians feel differently about us. Are they terrified, perhaps? Hate-filled. So close to losing this war already. Oh, would you look at that? Getting aggressive over here. They will have the high ground, somewhat. we'll have some of the level ground, I guess we could say. The river crossing would be a bit of a problem. Climb up top over here and attack them from up there. I think I prefer that layout. Force them on the river. Yeah, I think we'll do that. They're going to come up here, we're going to fight them. The further I can send my war score, like maybe we'll actually make these guys our vassals. Funnily enough, it's kind of the tact I took with our, well, I don't want to say it. Didn't even say what I said. Let's go ahead and climb up to this hilltop and engage them in battle. Should have checked what we were up against first. Oh, up against cowards, apparently. That's what we're up against. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Can't blame them. We're a formidable fighting force. Standing army has been researched. Excellent. Gives us access to iron, which we can see now where we can exploit it as well, by the way, from a little bit earlier, I think, actually. Shotalai actually require said iron. And there's the City Watch as well to increase stability, which, again, is something we should concern ourselves with from time to time. But with that said, I guess the Morians are very much on the back foot, if not already having given up. Another Athlete Star already earned. We are gaining influence at a very great rate. Look at that. Already 3 stars down here. Wild. We're going to have the Merchant Star very soon as well. We're doing good. We're doing good. Pick our next technology. Again, in 2 turns, we can get ourselves Masonry. Not bad. Or perhaps fishing. More food from harbors and things like that. I do wonder, actually. I would like to get to the Pentaconter. I would like to be able to, claim some of those territories to the north. Maybe we should make a move towards sailing and then eventually trade expeditions as well, right? Get those levy administrations, get the transport galley. 8 turns. 2 turns down here. I want to get the Era Star as well. So if we go fishing first, and then go for sailing to get that fishmonger, right? Maybe. 6 turns away from that star then. Or why don't we go ahead, do masonry afterwards, take advantage of the pottery workshop maybe, and stoneworks would help us as well with industry. Yeah, okay, there's options. I quite like how many options there are. And after that, we'll go with trade expeditions. I think that fits our approach fairly. Alright, all good. Attitude change. The Hittites feel differently about us. Needy. As in, they need our help. They don't think we're needy. They're needy. Fair enough. I like that. That would explain their recent shift in attitude. These spearmen have a little bit of damage still, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and ignore that, and we're going to move forward. Move up here. I bet we'll force them to retreat again. Oh, they actually want to stand and fight. Okay, that's a surprise. Fair enough. Yeah, confirm the battle. Ooh, this is not insignificant in strength. Not insignificant in strength. Alright, get you up over here perhaps. Get you guys back over there, or up over here. Archers are safe, and they have the high ground as well. Let's actually get you started back there. They should be able to fire from there down to here. Our infantry has the high ground up over here. Down over here we don't, but what I could do is I could back up a little bit. And do this kind of a thing. That'll force them to have to cross the river over here. If they want to come up there. Swap these guys around. Push you down to here so you can push through without needing to waste a turn to ford the river. That puts us on the river, though. Move you up there. I don't think they're going to come up, right? We're the attacker. The onus is on us, right? All right. Before they do force us back onto the river, let's do that. Sure. Move you up as well. Cool. Yep. Go ahead and end deployment. Javelin throwers. We go first, though. Can we? We can get up there. Go ahead and soften them up a little bit first. They're on favored terrain. They have tree cover. And they have the +1 from defending as well. A little unfortunate. We are getting a bonus from our district here, though, this little garrison that we built. Fire away. These guys won't have that benefit, obviously, because they're not in the same... they're in a separate territory, so they don't have that benefit. But still, causing a fair bit of damage here. I'm not going to complain about that. These guys as well, fire away. Come on. There we go, beautiful. These riders, again, they can come up over here. Fire from up there, and plus scout this area out as well. Or we could come down from up on high. We're unfortunately crossing the river over here. It's not the ideal high ground, but we still end up with +1 net. Okay. That's not great. What about you guys? You can come up over here, right? I'm close to finishing them off. Again, that -3 from crossing the river over here. I wonder... Definitely don't want to be crossing the river, obviously. +4 from a rear attack, -3 from crossing the river. Same thing for these guys. At least here we get the guaranteed kill. And we apply some pressure. Can you get up to here? No, not until next turn. Alright. Kind of exposing these guys to these javelins back there, but let's do this. I've got a bit of a plan. Ooh, that's not good. Alright, alright. Not the end of the world. We're fine, we're fine. My hope is we are able to eliminate these guys while taking minimal losses. Go and do that. And then our cavalry back here can push up against these javelin throwers, forcing them back a little bit. We'll be in a bit of trouble because they have their warriors up over here. And these are warriors as well, but I think it's a worthwhile endeavor. Go for it. Good stuff. Not too shabby. Not perfect. Not too bad either. These guys are unfortunately locked off over there until we can move forward a bit and get a bit more aggressive, or we lose some of the cavalry. Either or. You guys are waiting though. Go into defensive mode. Orion's turn. Now this battle, as you can see, can last a fair bit longer. 4 whole turns because it's a massive battle. Again, I find the way battles work in this game to be pretty cool. 4 turns, 3 rounds each. Attacking these, yeah, no surprise there. They're going to pull back. That's unfortunate. Probably going to lose these guys when these guys come into attack as well. But that does open the space up for our spears over here. Yeah, this was not great. That was not ideal. Not the end of the world, though. We're still fine. We've got these archers able to fire away. What I'm thinking is we whittle down these guys and push in from down here. You able to fire from back there? No, we gotta move you closer, eh? Too bad. Let's move you up. Fire at these warriors. There we go. Go ahead and fire at these warriors again. Good stuff. Send these guys up here to finish them off. Let's pull these guys up first. You guys can fire at both, right? Okay, send these guys up. Finish them off. Again, they're the defenders. We've captured their little flag over here, their banner. So now the onus is on them now to strike at us. And let's go ahead and fire down over here. Good stuff. These guys can roll on up. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and send you up to here. We get +2 from friendly units. If we move these guys up over here, these guys will then have +3 from friendly units. Move you guys over to here. Engage these guys eventually. We'll have still only the +3. Okay, fair enough. We strike up here. Not good enough. Sure, let's go ahead and finish you off. Start with you with the +3. Hopefully cause them to be heavily damaged. Follow up with these guys. Good stuff. We could eliminate them. -19, -30, holy crap. Probably not the best move, because these guys are in a bit of trouble. I'm not the biggest fan of Scout Riders. Or perhaps I should say I'm not the best utilizer of Scout Riders, is maybe a more fair statement. Alright, the Morians are playing. Hopefully they're going to be on the offensive over here. They die. Now they've got the high ground up there, which is annoying. But hey, again, we hold their banner over here. So that's both of our Scout Riders downed, eh? Alright, fair enough. Well, let's very cautiously now move up. Try and scout them out.
Off we go.
Okay, archers. Fire from up there. Go for it. Soften them up. Go ahead and move you. That. Or move you over to here to fire from. We could move... Yeah, we got the +2 already from friendly units. Yeah, we're fine. Sure, fire away. And hopefully, we can dive in with these guys and just finish them off. Ah, just short of it. +4 from high ground. They'll probably fall back and then fire at us, still maintain that high ground. But going into defensive is probably not a good idea for us. Let's go ahead and chase. There we go. Bit of damage dealt. These guys back over here. I think a little bit... Oh, they're actually not too far away. If we're lucky, we'll actually eliminate them. Come on. Come on. Drop that fool. Nice. Beautiful. Victory is ours. At a hefty feat. We took a fair bit of damage there, actually. We took a fair bit of damage. But not too bad, because they're mostly actually back at home turf. So that's good, and these guys can be pulled back as well next turn, and we can continue to recruit if necessary. Though I think this war is pretty much over. End the turn there. The Achaemenid Persians have entered the fray, and we have gained another merchant star. Yeah, I think we're doing pretty well over here. You can see we're very close to getting our builder star and our militarist star as well. We need to destroy just one more enemy unit. It shouldn't be too challenging. Keep these guys over here until healed. Pull you guys back over here until healed as well. Yeah, hang tight. And what else have we got going on? Up over here, I believe we need 4 turns. You have nothing to do, so we could actually attach this if we want to develop this further. No, don't you dare start taking... They've got the lead down over here and up over here. This is one of those independent peoples. We don't trust each other. Alright, okay. Well, as long as nobody takes these pearls, I want those pearls for myself. And I should actually prepare to move a unit up there eventually. Fishing will be done next turn, okay. We're done there. Let's go ahead and establish the horse ranch, perhaps. More horses to trade. Or the saffron here. Yeah, let's go with the saffron, sure. Cool. Very cool. Down over here. Looking pretty good. 28 turns to finish this when we begin it. Fair enough. And what do we have here?
What do you say to this
the Huns.
proposal?
The Hittites have become the Huns, and they wish to trade everything, including strategic resources. I think that's fine.
Pleased to accept your proposal, friend.
They will stay behind us.
Wonderful event.
We'll be in the medieval era before they've, finished the classical era, basically. We'll be well ahead of them. Fishing has been researched. Excellent. We have access to the Naust for food, and ransack, actually, financial gain when we ransack enemy empires, so I should maybe take that into consideration. The fishery as well. Those aren't my main focuses, though. There are other things that are coming up that I'm more interested in, but that was sort of a means to an end, I suppose. Alright. Back up over here. How are we looking? Alright. Why don't we go ahead and recruit a little bit? What we have to do is push up. PartyElite are a ways away, right? Let's get the more... Okay, forget the iron. Where is the iron? We don't have access to iron? Okay. How about this then? Oh, up over here. You there. Go ahead and pay for that. There's our iron. There's our builder star as well. Excellent. From having built districts, multiple districts. And actually, let's go ahead and queue up the gemstones as well. What am I doing here? Come on. Get that going. We'll work with our market quarters, which will work with our obelisk as well. With that done, we should now have access to the PartyElite. Yep. Go ahead and rush you up over here. Pay for that. In fact, we can get quite a few of them. Just got to keep an eye on population, obviously. Sure. And one more. They're pretty decent warriors, as you can see. You can see all their details over here. Now, 27 strength versus the spearmen's 20 is quite the leap. And warriors, well, actually, these guys would be an upgrade to warriors, so as you can, by default, they're obviously better than mere warriors. But yeah, alright, feeling pretty good about that. I wonder if we don't want to attach some more of these outposts, just to get the further benefits. There's nothing that these guys can do on their own anymore. They're producing some extra industry, so why don't we go ahead and, yes, attach you. Okay, and up over here, are these guys all done? Oh, 3 turns until they're all done. You can't do anything either, apart from become a city. Sure, let's attach you as well. You can see how expensive it gets eventually. Our stability is dropping rather significantly from those attachments, so let's cool off a little bit. And what is the deal with... This is still stuck at 6. Own 9 territories attached to any city. Yeah, I don't know. It should be going up, but it's not. All good, though. We've got enough other stuff going up. Good stuff. Research completed. Another era star unlocked. Over here. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at... Bad. Pay for this Maker's Quarters. Take 20 turns to finish the Statue of Zeus. I'm thinking about doing that next. We don't have any alliances. That extra stability, the extra faith, the extra money from it being a holy site, those are all quite beneficial. Question is, where would we put it down? This is a nice spot for it, maybe. Or this. I think maybe I prefer this. I think I prefer this. Higher up. Higher up is better, right? Closer to God, as it were. Sure. 20 turns it'll take. Again, if we had multiple cities, we would be able to assign more cities to work on it, but we don't have multiple cities, so it's just the one. Or we can, of course, pay with population. And the city is almost full up over here, actually, Kerma. So that doesn't seem like a terrible idea, I'll be honest. Okay, up over here. I think we're ready to move. Let's go.
Come over here.
And you forward as well. Oh, of course, you gotta be this way. We should be able to ransack some of these spots. 67 gold, 7 turns. 289 gold in 7 turns. Ooh. I guess these guys will have a grievance against us because we'll be intercepting or interrupting their trade. Alright, take the 67 gold down over here. It's people we don't know. Why upset people that we could instead trade with, right? I imagine this war is almost done. Wish I could see the war score. I would like to make them my vassals if possible. Another civic is available to us. What to do? Cultural blessing. Helps with gaining influence if we go with multiculturalism. I don't mind, again, if you go with the idea of the trader, I don't mind multiculturalism because of the idea of the trade of culture as well as goods, right? We trade culture, blows, and goods. Let's go with multiculturalism. A culture is like a rope, stronger when composed of many strands, furthering our influence gain even more. Yeah, let's go for it. Cool. I like it. Done there. Next research is very close to being finished as well. And what is this? Grim Foundations. In Kerma, work is proceeding on the magnificent new wonder. What should be a source of pride to the local population, however, is now causing much dread. A terrified citizen has approached your court to tell you that the city's head priest intends to bury alive 100 random citizens near the base of the structure to bring good fortune and pacify the gods. What is your reaction to the plans? Either we endorse it, dropping our population by a step but making people fanatical, helping with faith. We could stop it, again focusing on that kind of progress approach we've typically followed. The population will be most relieved for my intervention, good, or we can switch it to a sacrifice of animals as opposed to people, which would reduce food, but would also reduce the cost of recruiting units of various types. We'll simply stop this madness. What is this? Sacrificing animals? Animals are a source of wealth. They make us money. People are a source of wealth. They make us money. No, stop this madness. This foolishness. What is this? Up over here, these guys are able to move down and maybe ransack this spot. It takes so long for marginal gains by comparison. 7 turns for 67 gold. I still don't know if it's worth it, you know? I'll pull these guys down over here. See what's going on. Actually cross over. Okay, looks like we're okay. Even further. Alright. I'm just nervous. I'm just waiting for the moment that they reveal themselves. It actually takes San Lorenzo. If we want to. And these guys up with those archers. And these guys up. A little bit of damage on those spearmen there, but those archers will come in handy. Should have maybe recomposed the army before we did this, but hey. Taking advantage of, by the way, those roads and bridges as well to take us from point A to point B without having to struggle with fording the rivers and things like that. And it could actually send these archers forward as well, if I'm not mistaken, to join in. Again, it'll still take 6 turns to ransack this space. At least now we have some range. Why did you... Oh, okay, no, they did make it over here. It just looked like they got absorbed over here. Let's go ahead and send these spears up as well. Sure. Done. 2 full stacks. End our turn there. You guys are the idle folks, of course. What's going on down over here, though, at Kerma? 17 turns. Right, that's what's going on. Again, we can swap things in, and we can go ahead and build some more stuff. In fact, why don't we consider, with the money, the vast wealth we have, why don't we consider establishing the merchants' quarters down over here? We can build a harbor to take advantage of it, and then there's also the Great Obelisk. All adjacency based, though, right? Plus 3 money per adjacent market quarter versus plus 3 money per adjacent market quarter. So a bit of overlap there, I suppose. Wouldn't mind having the harbor, though. Naval units on. Ooh. This is good. Food and science. Down over here. Food and science as well. In either of these, it looks like. Sure, again, this entire thing's a city, right? So I need to remember I can establish things basically across the board. If we do that, though, there can't be that many, like... What about here? Because then we can have market quarter, market quarter, market quarter. Obelisk up there. Market quarter, market quarter. Yeah, I guess that kind of works. Sure, let's pop you down here. I don't know how I feel about... It's just 2 food, right? What's the worst that could happen? Can I rush you? Oh, I can't. That's actually quite expensive. Fair enough. Stick with the statue of Zeus first. Alright, up over here. Battle. And these guys up to here. Or even up to here, rather. Kind of flank the city. And these guys up over here. I'm pretty sure these guys will arrive as reinforcements. They should, at least. They're in enemy territory, though. That's unfortunate. Let's see what comes of it. Move in. With the siege going, they do have palisades. So here we can wait some time to build battering rams to help us destroy their walls. And I think we'll do that. They will take damage to their levies as well over time. You can see -1 in 5 turns. We'll have +1 battering ram in 2 turns. So why don't we go ahead and maintain the siege, get at least 1 siege engine done, and then we can see how they work in battle and whatnot. Wonderful Great Blue Hole has been unlocked, or has been discovered by another empire. Fair enough. Foreign war has been declared. The Huns have become even more traitorous. Alright. What do we have over here? The human engine. The empire has made impressive strides in becoming a building powerhouse. Oh, hold on. What? The empire has made impressive strides in becoming the envy of the world, let's say. Now, though, to maintain this momentum, you must ensure you have a reliable stream of workers who will work tirelessly on your great construction projects. From where should you find these thralls? Find out. Our option, though we can't pick one until 22 turns pass, will either have criminal slaves or war slaves. +1 bonus pop per ransack, +1 industry on common quarters. Okay, interesting choices. So it's slaves either way, but it's like which type of slave would you rather, go with? These guys, we are still waiting. Yep. Continue the siege. End the turn here. We need to grow our populations as well. And in fact, let's take a quick peek over here. So we're building what we can build. We can build a harbor over here as well. No major benefits, it looks like. Okay, what about down over here with these guys? 4 turns. 4 turns. Now again, if this was still an outpost, we would have been able to build a harbor as a part of the outpost. We didn't have to do it as a city. Guess we could get a harbor down over here. Be able to... Actually, let's get a harbor down over here, I think. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Looks like it controls this strait over here. I quite like that. We'll be able to spawn units up over here, right? Maybe down here instead. Sure. And eventually, when we attach these territories, we'll put down market quarters to take advantage of their adjacency benefits. Right, that's that turn. All done. Trade expeditions have been researched, so levy administration and transport galleys are now options. But take a look at it. Establishing myself up there. Let's go ahead and recruit... what? Just some scouts. We don't need to go over the top with this. Go ahead and pay for you. Next turn they'll be able to move. I guess I don't mind that they're up here. I forgot to reset my spawn location again. My bad. Not the end of the world, though. Alright, over to the text screen. Sailing is available next. If I'm not mistaken, Foreign Outpost is available as well. Interpreters, reducing the cost of buying resources through trade. We don't do much buying, though, do we? There's the Quadrireme as well, allowing us to travel into deeper waters. Fair enough. Conquest over here. Makes it easier to attach outposts. Cheaper, rather, I should say. Mounted Warfare gives us access to horsemen. Proper horsemen. Where is... Okay, what else have we got over here? Aqueducts give us more stability. The philosophy is not a bad idea. It gets us to rhetoric, which gives us libraries, which I was talking about earlier, you'll recall. But sailing, though, perhaps... Sure, let's do sailing, and then we'll go ahead and do philosophy, and then rhetoric. Not unreasonable. Perhaps. Yeah. We'll want this imperial power eventually as well. +1 money generated from ongoing trade. Alright, if we want to do that, then how about we back that up? We do sailing, conquest, imperial power, and then we can loop back to philosophy and rhetoric. I'm a little worried about... again, ideally we'd focus on science first, because then we'll get to later sciences, later technologies faster, right? But we're almost at the medieval era. It's happening faster than anticipated. Ready for our siege there. Down over here, things are looking alright. These guys are going to take to sea. We have to make sure we use only shallow... We're actually really slow at sea. It would be faster to walk over here, eh? 5 turns, as opposed to... going up this way. This will already cost us 5 turns. Oh, okay, sure. The roads make us that much faster. Let's go for it. Sure. That's not too bad. Again, I wish I'd recruited them at the right spot. It's not the end of the world. The wages of war. The ongoing war is a draining experience for the Empire. Your many armies fighting across the land costing you capital, resources, and of course, blood. The question of funding these endeavors should be addressed. When we get the chance to in 32 turns, we could either go with paid wages or plundered wages. Oh, interesting. +4 combat strength from ransacking versus -4, and then depending on which way you go, more or less money from ransacking. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Let's go ahead and dive into this siege battle, I think. Yeah, we don't need this many rams. Assault. Confirm the battle. We have that ransack going on over here as well. One more turn left there. Okay, so we've got our ram up over here and our ram up over here. We've got our archers back here. There's our reinforcements. So I think because they were in enemy territory this time we have to spawn them separately in the middle of battle. So fair enough. These guys are able to maybe pop up over here. Sure, push through, break their palisades. A little bit of overkill maybe, but... yeah, let's keep them up over here. Definitely overkill. Keep these guys down over here. And we'll hopefully be able to spawn some archers soon. Alright, that's our deployment. We go first. Go ahead and... oh, these palisades are not easily destroyed with battering rams. It'll take a few turns, eh? Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Go ahead and work this angle. These guys will probably get destroyed by the time they break anything. I've had experience using trebuchet, and trebuchet are fantastic at destroying walls and killing units at the same time. But hey, we'll chip away slowly if the battle even lasts that long, I suppose. So archers back over here. Go ahead and fire away. There we go. From here, let's go ahead and deploy some reinforcements. Let's get our archers out. Pull them, I say, back to here. And fire away up over here. Good stuff. Go ahead and get our next set of archers out as well from these reinforcements. Deploy you a little risky up over here, but let's go for it. Be able to fire down here as well. Fire away. Good stuff. And let's go ahead and get our spears out over here as well. Now, they'll be on the low ground, which is not ideal. And because they can't move anywhere, we'll actually stop the spawning of our next reinforcement unit. but it's not the end of the world. We could put them into defensive mode. Just get that +1 and the +3, that's +4. Ooh, okay. Sure, defend. Back over here, these guys are able to strike. These guys are able to strike as well. They can actually get into the city and strike. Not bad. These guys up over here. Get that +6 from fortification. Here they don't. So let's go ahead and ride on in. Or march on in. Beautifully done. So these guys can now march on in as well. Perhaps strike up over there. Or let's move in first. Go ahead and hit these guys. Beautiful. Yeah, we did not need those rams. I overdid it. Overdid it for sure. We can pull these guys over from this side, sure. You can see how big these battles can actually get, eh? Like, these can get pretty sizable. Move these guys all the way around over here to strike at these levies. This city will be mine. Oh, you're dead. No, they just barely survived. Spoke just a little bit too soon. Let's move you up here. Why not? You can be part of this battle as well. Okay, reinforcements can't come, so the Morians are playing next. These guys will die if they get a little too aggressive. Oh, ho, 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 ho. I didn't even... Now there's a surprise for you. Oh, that's not good. Clever. Very clever. Okay. Okay. Now these guys, of course, attacked the battering ram instead. No surprise there. So they must have had a reinforcing army just back over here out of my line of sight. So when I attacked the city, that reinforcing army was able to get involved, and I didn't know they were there. That's pretty cheeky. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Okay, beautiful. What can we do over here? We can fire away at these guys, finish them off. We could take a step closer and fire away at these guys, perhaps. With the high ground advantage. No. Are we not higher up than them? Weird. Got these guys back over here, able to fire at some of these guys. Okay, let's pull these guys back. Could pull them up to there, actually. What? What happened there? They became a boat? What? I can't fire? What? Oh, that's unfortunate. That's definitely a bug. Let's go ahead and fire at these guys. Caused a fair bit of hurt there. Got an actual army down over here, though. That's a problem. And let's go ahead and get these spears up over here. And that frees up our reinforcement spot again. Good stuff. Those guys have been killed. Go ahead and get this last unit of reinforcements. Not ideal. Can we soften them up a little bit? We can. Kind of wondering... I want to play this out. That's what I'm thinking. Let's go ahead and send... Get these archers to fire up over here. Feels a little wasteful maybe, but finish off those levies. Down over here. We could send our PartyElite to finish off these levies. Right? Got the high ground advantage, we have the numbers, we have everything. So we're fine over there. Down over here, I'm tempted actually to pull back. Then we'll have the high ground as they come towards us. Now those javelin throwers are a little concerning. Because they don't really care about distance, obviously. Let's pull back and try and force them towards us. Go into defense mode. Okay, you can't. My other temptation was to actually go charging forward. But we've taken the city. Hold it now. You guys are waiting my orders. Listen, there's nothing for you rams to do. These guys can come up over here as well. Or they can come up over there. Let's move you up to here. Stuff. See what these guys do now. Our archers will be able to creep up as well, and they'll be able to fire away at their ranged units from the javelins. I think we'll be alright. Oh, against the battering ram, that's not so smart. Ooh. This, though. This was smart. Javelins coming through against the battering ram again. So that needs to be fixed, of course. Since we already hold the fort, since we occupy the fort, they should maybe consider what they're firing at a bit better. This sucks. These guys are out of the battle, basically. Move the battering ram all the way down here. Doesn't need to be here. That'll allow us to pull our archers up over here. I don't know if we'll be able to move and shoot. think so. Like it. Javelin throwers or the spears. Go for the spears. We'll take more hurt. Javelin throwers will chase with our HUMANKInd. These archers over here. Yeah, fire away. We got the high ground as well. Go for it. Got these HUMANKInd that can move in from the side. These guys will cause significantly more damage, of course. Got these spears as well that can come in from the back. Alright, let's go ahead and move the spears. The back here. Move these HUMANKInd up over here. This will allow us to get the rear attack +4. Along with the friendly units benefits as well. Go in over here. Good stuff. I think that went pretty well. All things considered. Guys, I should hold off on them. High ground makes such a big difference. Such a big difference. These guys come closer. Ah, they're back there. Let's move you up, though. Go. Not sure what to do with these archers. Or pull you up. I don't know what was going on there. Alright, let's eliminate these javelin throwers. Go for it. And that should allow us to then move these guys... Nope. Move these guys up here to attack from there. No, we gotta attack from here. Fair enough. Go after those javelin throwers. Again, we have the high ground advantage there. So their next turn, they're going to try and eliminate my archers, I think. You guys... Hold tight. Tight. Let's see what these guys get up to. Javelin against the battering ram. Sure. Warriors, they didn't do too well, actually. There's our victory. There's our victory. Remind me later about the next era. There's our militarist star, of all things. We're not that far away from the merchant star. We're about 1,000 away. If we want to be patient. I don't know if I do. Don't know if I do. 1,000 will take us 4 turns. It's not that far away. There's our expansionist star as well. Alright, well, sure, I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't know what made it jump like that, but I'll take it. Now again, this gives us another city that we don't necessarily want to hold on to, but if I can downgrade it, ransack it, after I end this war, if I take San Lorenzo, I can ransack it, and then I can establish an outpost over here. And since they've already built these, like, exploitations, we will automatically have access to those. We'll also, hopefully, be able to pick up... You know what, maybe I should stop this ransack. 67 gold is nothing to me. But the actual, built-up, whatever, silk farm is actually worth something. Yeah, stop the ransack. Should have thought that through. I'm pretty sure this war is basically done. I'm sure I could force them to give this territory to me. We could push a little bit further if we want to. All mine. I do have a couple other cities at least. Alright, we'll slowly creep forward and see what comes of it. Slowly but surely. I believe that's the turn. Oh. You guys are all going to wait until they heal up. Sure. For sure. San Lorenzo's not feeling too happy about their current circumstances. Okay. They'll learn their place. They will learn. Idle armies over here, go ahead and rest up until you're healed. Same goes for you. We'll just head over here as well. Turn there. Having just one city helps speed these things along a little bit, doesn't it? The harbor over here will take 17 turns. We could rush it. We could rush it. Good. So that's been built. Alright, I want to try this. If we go ahead and attach you, because there's nothing else you can build here, right? Yeah, there's nothing else you can build up over here. So why don't we try this? Go ahead and attach you for 424 influence. Done. If we try... These guys are trying to get out of here, I guess. If we try and now establish a... Oh, I guess we... Interesting, what's the deal here? Do I really not have access to any naval ships until next turn? I guess not. I was hoping to get a ship out over there and explore, but take some time. Where is my unit of... Hang on a second, where'd those guys go? Oh, there they are. Looking for these guys. Take a few more turns to get up here. Okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. 9 turns until you're done. Okay, fair enough. Up over here. 1 turn until this is done. Eventually we'll be able to attach that as well. Over here, 1 turn until this is done too. Okay, cool. And then if we want to establish more harbors, we can, but I don't see the need for that necessarily. Actually, it looks like we can't. Oh, there's this little pond over here to establish a harbor over here. Come on now. Come on now. These guys, they can establish a harbor out over here, I suppose. Alright, fair enough. I don't know if I will, per se. If I will pursue. Agrarian stars, we're 3 pops away. Merchant stars, we are, what, 3-ish turns away? I think I can be patient. Everybody else is so far behind us. I can take my time over here for sure. Yeah, alright. Go ahead and end the turn. Good stuff. Sailing has been researched. So now to test what I was trying to test earlier. From Kerma. If I would like to recruit Pentaconter, can I recruit it up over here? I'm curious where this will go. I'm not getting a clear indication, so why don't we go ahead and sure, pay the 241, it's not that expensive. Yeah, okay, we'll be over here. I guess because we only have the 1 harbor built, it's not showing us the option to select a spawn point. When this one gets built, we'll have the option to select one. Fair enough. Let's go ahead and swap these around so I can see the actual turn count. 8 turns or 3 pops. Kind of tempting. Kinda tempting, not gonna lie. A populous enough place. These guys are fully healed up. These guys are still waiting 1 turn. Sure, let's go ahead and camp out on the high ground over here. Same thing up over here, move you up. Come on now. And we can hang tight over here. Or see what's going on even further down. The high ground should give us some vision. No? Oh, there we go. Pataliputra. Fair enough. This city was established after they entered the, after they became the Morians. I recognize the name San Lorenzo, Pataliputra. These are names that I recognize, so you can kind of tell which era they were established in. We should be able to take that, no problem. Probably more weakly defended than San Lorenzo was. Okay. You guys are still making their move through the roads there, fair enough. End our turn. Go ahead and gain some more fame this era, right? Azar converted to Nubian shamanism. Actually, what is our spread of faith looking like? Oh, look at that. Basically, everybody follows our religion. And what about our culture? So widespread it is. Glorious. Absolutely glorious. Love to see it. There is this unclaimed territory over here that has, I guess, no bad. Oh, it has some lead. We could use it, I guess. Horse ranch. Go for it. 6 turns, not too bad. And up over here, sorry, where is this outpost? Harbor, right. The real value, we could just attach it instead. And again, attaching it allows us to make bigger, more complex constructs, right? Though at the cost of stability. I'm kind of tempted to spend that pop. And then we can get ourselves a, where to go? Have I already built the, need those aqueducts and theaters sooner rather than later. Stability is looking kind of rough. Okay, well. Sure, let's buy out with a population here. We've got 22. What's 3? Work a little harder, right? I'll be okay. So up over here is the statue. Beautiful. Again, I wish there was something more fancy, I guess, with those animations, like a time-lapse camera pan, something, you know. New wonder can be claimed, again, because we've got 1. We've built the first wonder, so that gives us the world deed as well. It's kind of why I was getting a little nervous about being beaten to that race. And, of course, the statue of Zeus being completed itself gives us another 100 fame, too. Beautiful. Looks like the Huns are buying our iron. All right, fair enough. I could actually buying it from up over here. All right, cool. Good for them. Make some money off of that, I suppose. Money off of that. And what else do we do over here? We got the harbor going. Really want to rush that. We could swap some stuff around later on. All right, cool. Looking good. These guys are still making their way up over here. I want to claim that where somebody else gets those pearls, right? Those are my pearls. I intend to use them. And down over here, Pataliputra is next. I am sure this won't cause us too much trouble. Looks like it'll cause us some trouble to get down here. Unfortunate. This is how this hill is formed, I suppose. But move on up. These guys back over here able to join in as well. Yep, pull you up to here. What are you guys celebrating? What are you guys celebrating? Come on now. Look to the horizon. Yeah, we're not gonna have any trouble destroying this this city as well. A couple folks over here able to move. Looks like we're able to attack right now, actually. And maybe we ought to resolve this one. Don't know how much I trust the AI, I'll be honest, but all of our reinforcing units are over here. Go ahead and assault, and let's instant resolve this one. Victory is ours. The agrarian star has been unlocked as well because of the population that we've gained by taking this city too. Okay, excellent. And what actually came of that? We lost no units, lost a little bit of health. Beautiful. Beautiful. 2 cities now that we have to eventually ransack, basically, and make into outposts instead. We've done quite well for ourselves. This is not what I had in mind when I said merchants, but, geez, we've turned into merchants of death, I suppose. Alright, you know what? I feel like we've done all we can in this era. I feel like if we take a look at our stars, maybe we can get another militarist star. Yeah, we could do this forever, right? We could do this forever. One more turn, and we would have that merchant star. Maybe it's worth waiting for. Maybe it's worth waiting for. But I think it might be time to end this war as well. If we do go to the next era, I know exactly what I have in mind. Our options are between the Aztecs, the Byzantines, the Franks, the Ghanaians, the Teutons, the Khmer, the English, the Mongols, the Umayyads, Norsemen, or, again, staying as the Axumites. Now, if you've watched the history, sort of culture, conversation videos that I've done on this channel, the medieval one is being worked on still. It's taken me a long time, and a lot has happened between the last one and this one, but I am still working on them. They are still coming. It is just, the script has just entered page, I think, 13 or 14, as I'm writing about the Mongols. It's a long one, it's a big one, it's a complex history to cover, but it is being worked on, I promise you that. But yeah, so I do know who I want to go as next. But much like, I guess, a couple sessions ago, you're not going to find out until next time. Leave your guesses in the comments down below, though. I feel like you might have an idea as to which angle I'm going for. So leave your comments down below, and don't forget to leave your questions, concerns, thoughts, and opinions as well, folks. I will address everything that I can address. Things are going pretty well for us, though, I would like to say. I think things are going pretty well for us. We have dominion over the entire, northern hemisphere, at least of this continent. We have access to basically all the resources. Soon we'll get these pearls as well, continue to make even more and more money. I don't think anyone will stand a chance against us. We are currently the most famed by a mile, and I think we're also in the furthest era. So exciting times ahead, folks. Hope you've been enjoying. If you have, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions about this game, about my format over here, and what else you'd like to see down the line with Humankind on the channel. For now, though, and as always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big ol' thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.